if these Chanel bags become less popular, the prices will not go up this crazily. It's just because people are literally still buying them. They aren't increasing the classic flap to this point, which is beyond ridiculous, but people are still buying it. So that's why they can push it a little bit more. The Chanel 19, it was a really hot bag for a while, but it's definitely been focused on a lot less. And I think as the trends change, this kind of like crossbody pillow cushion style is no longer in fashion. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. Please subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm almost at 20,000 subscribers and it would be incredible if I could hit that goal. I've been on YouTube for 5 to 6 years. So yes. Anyways, okay, so let's talk about the latest Chanel price increase. There was one just plonked in Australia, I think a few days ago. One of my friends was like on the website and she's like, hey Jess, like looks like the mini rectangle has gone up in price. And I was like, hey, you're totally right. It was not like $9,000 before. So let's go through some of the main prices. And also guys, there is so many more like news I got to talk about. Like for example, there was a photograph taken of Dua Lipa the other day and she was wearing this new like mini version of the 25 bag, sorry, the 25, and I did predict they were going to make a mini 25 bag, but I kind of thought maybe they'd make like a crossbody version, kind of like what they did with the Chanel 22, because like, even like, you know how like Hermes has their like Lindy bag on the shoulder, and then they have their mini Lindy, which is crossbody. I thought that Chanel were going to do like a similar thing with the 25 bag, but looks like they've just done a shoulder bag, but in like super mini version, and it was photographed on Dua Lipa in this metallic gold color. So the mini one is, I don't think it's yet released, but yes, there's a new mini version, which honestly is like way cuter than the other one. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the 25 bag myself. I think it's a little bit busy, although I do appreciate that it's probably more practical than like a classic flap or even a boy bag or something like that, because it's a little bit more relaxed. You can throw your things in. It lends itself to be worn more casually. But yes, there's going to be a new 25 bag. But what is the current price, guys, of the 25 bag? Because I think it has gone up in price. So the small one, which is not the mini, this is the small, is now 9,990 Australian dollars, which is like practically $10,000, you guys. That is so expensive for a Chanel bag basically. But you know, over the last 5 years or so, 6 years, it looks like the prices have like doubled. And yeah, and Chanel 2025 is a lot different from Chanel 2018. I'll say that now. The prices are like inflated so much, and I will say that it's very hard for the pre-love market to catch up, because I currently work in a consignment store, and a lot of these even new bags that are just bought from the boutique, you're going to lose money once you sell them, which honestly is the case with most bags. But it used to be the case that you could get a Chanel bag and actually not lose very much money at all from selling it, or even profit from it if it was a really hot item. But now it's very rare that you'll see a Chanel bag sell for a premium price, because the boutique prices are really, really high, particularly in Australia. So anyways, the small one is practically 10K, and the medium is $10,680. So not small change, that's for sure. Now I'll get onto the 11-12 bag or the classic flap. The one that shocked me was the mini rectangle is now 9,100 Australian dollars. If I do recall, it was recently 8,500 or $600, I remember. So it has gone up $500 to $600 just like that. And yeah, I think that's a lot, because when I originally bought my rectangle mini back in 2018, it was only $4,200, and now it's $9,100. That is a huge leap in only like, you know, 5 or 6 years. So yeah, that is crazy. It makes me really wonder what does this mean? Because does that mean in another 5 or 6 years this is going to be like $20,000 for a mini? It just doesn't make any sense, you guys, because the prices are inflating at a rate that is just completely unrealistic. And I don't know if many people would be willing to pay, honestly, $9,000 for, I mean, maybe they would, honestly. I mean, everything's expensive these days, but at what point does the price increase stop? You know what I mean, guys? Like, there must be a point where it stops. Like, I don't know. The mini square is now 8,730 Australian dollars. The maxi is $20,830, so we've hit the 20K mark there. And the small is $17,620, and the classic medium, $18,330. This is the most classic size. The jumbo is now $19,760. Now, I don't know if these have changed that much in price. I just noticed it mainly on the minis because, I don't know, I think that the classic flaps, that were just beyond. Once they got over 10,000, I was just like, oh my gosh, like that is too much. So now they're like, you know, getting up to 20,000 for the medium. In the same vein, the 2.55 bag, the mini is 8,810, which is surprising. They priced it below the classic rectangle mini. I think it just comes down to the popularity of the bag, because actually this one has 4 grommets and it has a lot of detail that the mini rectangle doesn't have, yet it's priced lower. Then the 2.55, the classic size, the small, is 19,760. Absolutely insane, because the resale value of these is ridiculous. Like 2.55 bag, you know, they rarely go for over $8,000. So yeah, if you were to sell this bag, you'd be losing more than 50%, I would say. Sorry, that last one was actually the large. The large one is 19,760, and then the small size is 18,330. Usually people call this the 226 size, and then the large size is the 227 size. But yeah, that's crazy. It's like $20,000 now. But what I found very interesting is that I was looking at the Chanel 19, which is also part of the permanent collection. Usually Chanel has a permanent collection, and the Chanel 25 is also a part of that collection, and the 22 bag, but it feels like they have a lot of permanent collection pieces, and I predicted that perhaps they're going to phase out the Chanel 19 like they did the Gabrielle bag, and I honestly think that the Chanel 19 is going to get discontinued, because on the website they only showcase the small 19 now. They don't even show the maxi, they don't show the large. There's literally only 2 in the Chanel 19 section. I know that the Chanel 19, it was a really hot bag for a while, but it's definitely been focused on a lot less. And I think as the trends change, this kind of like crossbody pillow cushion style is no longer in fashion, I would say. Like we saw it a lot with even like the Saint Laurent Lulu puffer and the Bottega cassette. There was a lot of puffy bags being released around 2019, 2020 time. And that's kind of like, for some reason, bags like the boy bag kind of stuck around, I think because it was so popular. But things like the Gabrielle, the 19 there, yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're phasing it out just purely because they only have one size on the website, and it tells me that they're not focusing on it anymore. But what do you think, guys? Do you think they're discontinuing the 19 because there's literally only like, yeah, the size small on their website, whereas they used to do a lot more sizes? It's $11,570 for the small. When it first came out, it was around $8,000 Australian. Yeah, it was around 8,000. So 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's gone up like 3. Yeah, it's gone up a lot, you guys. So yeah, it has gone up a lot, and I don't think it's I don't think many people would be willing to spend $11,570 on a Chanel 19. Now the black on the resale market, it's going for like 7,000, even less. I see for 6,000. It's really plummeting in value. Secondhand, it used to really hold its value, but now it's kind of like really sinking, kind of like the Gabrielle bag. So yeah, I think they're going to phase it out personally. Now the Chanel 22, that's still a hot bag, but I think that one will be in a few years going to get the chopping block as well, to be honest. I assume like Matthew Blazy is going to release some hot bag because he's the new creative director for Chanel. I assume he'll design his own bag, which will be a new part of the permanent collection. So that is why I think they're going to knock out one of these bags. The 19 has got to go, you guys. They're definitely going to knock it out. And Matthew Blazy's new It bag will be like the replacement for it, but I don't know what that's going to look like, you guys. We'll have to wait and see. But the 22, I never really liked it myself. It has gone up in price. The small is now $9,790, and the medium is $10,320. If you do like the mini size, it's around the $8,800 mark. It's quite a lot as well. It's almost $9,000 now. So crazy. Now, the boy bag has always been one that I feel like is very iconic for Chanel. It's just like one of those styles that it was so hot at one point, but in the 2010s, and now I don't think it is anymore, but it just like, I think it's one of those bags that it just has to stay. So the small is now 10,880. It hasn't gone up in, it isn't on the same level of price point as like a classic flap for some reason. Like the small classic flap is like 17,000, whereas this is 10,000. I think that's also due to the popularity of the bag. Like Chanel doesn't think they can price it that high, and because people will literally not buy it if it's any more than that. So I think there is a cutoff, is what I'm trying to say. I think if these Chanel bags become less popular, the prices will not go up this crazily. It's just because people are literally still buying them. They aren't increasing the classic flap to this point, which is beyond ridiculous, but people are still buying it. So that's why they can push it a little bit more. But I don't know at what point they can't push it any longer. Like there must be a point where they can't keep increasing it. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm wrong. Classic boy bag is 12,700. Oh, sorry. The large is 12,640, and then the classic medium size is 12,000 now. So yeah, it's a lot. So guys, let me know what you think of these latest price increases. Even if you want a seasonal flap, guys, like this mini adjustable strap bag, it's $9,000, like 10,000. Even this little tweed number, absolutely adorable, 10,000. Like for these like newer bags, it's getting to over $10,000. Like for me, that is just, wow, I'm totally never gonna buy a Chanel bag again. Even on the secondhand market, guys, like I'm just like not interested anymore. But I do like following it, and I will say that new mini 25 bag is kind of cute in the metallic. That is pretty cute. It's like a little golden dumpling. I do like that, but not worth $10,000 in my opinion. So anyways, thanks for watching my video today, guys, and let me know what you think of these latest price increases, and do you think that the Chanel 19 is going to get discontinued? Because that is my current prediction. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye!